family, God bless you in Jesus' mighty name. Welcome back to my channel. My name is MJ, where we talk all things autism. I hope you had a fantastic rest of your week and all is going exceptionally well for you and the kids. Today, I had to bring it. I know we've been talking a lot in the previous videos about potty training. We spoke a lot about what to use to hand wash. There was a video that we had on that. So today I had to talk about grooming. That is haircuts. Oh my God. So in this one, I'm not going to talk much because I want you guys to actually see the video of me cutting Jayson's hair. Yes, thankfully by the help of my assistant Emma, she was able to videotape the whole thing from beginning, and then we'll pause a little bit to the end. I hope it's helpful to you. But the one thing that I want us to remember is I looked on YouTube to try to see what video I think best illustrates how to groom hair. Yes, on YouTube, they're the ones for our Caucasian kiddos and the ones for the black kids. For the Caucasian kiddos on Amazon, there's a tool that they have, but that particular tool, which has a scissors and a clip kind of attached, it doesn't work too well for our African American kids. So I ended up saying that, let me find a good video that can kind of show something that would help parents when it comes to hair cutting. For me, you will see through the video how we do it, what I do, the reinforcement and things as that, and the breaks needed if needed. And for the video that I am going to link at the description below is one lady that I was quite impressed as to how she approached cutting this boy's head. It is an African American video only because I think the Caucasian have it a little bit easier. Not that I'm saying that it's easier for them, necessarily for the parents, but because of that tool that Amazon has, I think it might be a little bit easier just because of how their hair falls. But for the African American kids, because we're going to the scalp, it makes, I think, a little bit harder. But this Barbara, a lady, and it's a video that has over 1 million views. She did a fantastic job. Like, she turned it into playtime. And by the time we look up in the video, the kiddo's hair is done being cut, right? So barbers have to have the patience, because I remember one thing with our store is that I took him to the barbershop. I think I've taken Jayson to the barbershop maybe twice or 3 times. The last time was the beginning of this school year, which was back in August. And I had been so frustrated. I was like, okay, I'm tired of making you having to sit down and force you to get this thing done. So do you want to go to the barbershop? He said, yes, barbershop. And the only reason why he said yes to the barbershop is because we tied it to a Dora episode where Boots was telling Dora that he wanted to go to a peluquero. So I told Jayson, I said, peluquero and then barbershop? He said yes, so he wanted to go. So I said, okay, then let's go. So I get there, and of course it didn't work out well. We had 3 men on him, one holding his arms down, another one holding his feet so he didn't kick, and then the barber, and then me to try. So it was just a nightmare. So fortunately for me at that time, they actually did finish it. They got it done through tears and crying and sobbing. And the one thing with our kiddos, because they're so big and tall, people were like, this child should be able to sit down and get this haircut. Why are they not? But most people don't understand what's going through them. Most of them don't get it. And before I even went that call, I said, do you guys have a specialist that can specialize in autistic kids? The gentleman said, okay, we do, but we're kind of busy, but we'll try to squeeze him in. So these are the little things that we need to take into consideration when we are thinking of taking them to a barber shop. So for me, thankfully, we've gone to a point where now he's able to sit through and get his hair cut. But one thing that the barber did tell me is consistency. If we make it that it's a ritual that we do every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, or every once a week, let's stick to that so that they kind of get used to that this is a week of haircut. And usually for me and Jayson, I give him a couple of days in advance notice once again, just so that he prepares his mind and it's not a shock to him. But he knows that it's something that happens every 2 weeks now. Hi family, hope everybody's doing well. This is our weekly friends. Hi friends, this is our every bi-weekly haircut day. So today I decided that I would love for you guys to see how I cut Jayson's hair. So I start off with just a pick, and I just pick it out just so that a lot of the hair can come out and come up and make it easy for cutting. Like the barber told me I should try to do it every 2 weeks, just so that there's consistency and it doesn't hurt him when I take too long to do it. Okay, so once I've combed it out, I will usually, of course, we have our reinforcement, which you usually able to see it. So we have our skittles and our airhead, and then we have, of course, the cutter. So usually I'll just have him feel it. So he'll feel it with it on, just so that he can get ready for the vibration. That's really the main thing of what I do. Usually we'll do this the day before. It could either be with this or with a massager, which I don't have next to my area right now. And then pretty soon you start seeing that he will just start cutting his own, or he'll allow me to step in. When he gets tired, then of course, he'll let me just do the whole thing by myself. Ready, Jayson? So I just start. His most sensitive part, of course, is the center of his head, so I usually go downward. All right, so like you just saw, usually he'll take over and then we'll do it together. Let's go. So do hand over hand and he just starts. That keeps him a little bit calmer, and then pretty soon as he gets used to, I take over completely. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a lot of it done, and we'll come back with almost the ending part of the video, and then you see the final result. So like you see, he moved his hand off once he's gotten used to. So in front of us also is a mirror, so you can see how much more I have left. And that's what we do until we finish, family. So I'm gonna have Emma pause the video for now so I can continue and finish, and then we'll bring you guys on once I'm almost done. Hi family, welcome back. So we're about 2.5 minutes into his haircut, and like you see, everything is almost done. So he's let me do it this time without him having to hold the shaver clip or whatever you call this thing. I will link this in the description below because it's quite quiet. I got this recommendation from an Asperger's friend of mine who recommended this because of the low noise and the speed of it also, because it's quite fast. Excuse me, it's quite fast. So so once I finish, he gets his reinforcement right after, and everything is good to go. Sorry, it's almost done. When you finish, look at the mirror. Look at the mirror. What have you done? Alright, finished it. Alright, so when he gets irritated, he'll turn it off, but then we'll turn it back on to finish. We're almost done. But Elvis. So usually I'm patient with him just because I want him to be able to know that we have to finish the head, because we only have this little bit left. And usually I'll let him have his break whenever it's necessary, just so that we know that it was safe and we're done and we don't have to come back to it another time. There was a time where I used to cut his hair in like 2 days, where it was really, really hard because I would do like half and another half. So, but now as he's gotten older, as I get him involved in it, we'll kind of finish on the same day. All right, come on, let's finish so we can go take a shower, okay? And he doesn't like the feel of the hair, so sometimes I will put like a cover on his neck around his clothes so that it doesn't bother his neck. You ready for your Skittles? Okay, let's finish then. You can get your Skittles. Ow! I didn't touch you. Then turn around. Let me finish. Help me. Help me. Ow! Alright, thank you. Ow! Ow! Come over here. Over this way. No, we're done with that. It's over here. Over here. Ow! I didn't even touch you. Alright. Ow! Listen, let's finish. Well, there's just a little bit left. We can have it on, okay? Come on, let's finish. Alright, good job. Ow! I didn't touch you. Good job. Good job. Alright, family. So usually once we go through these moments, usually, like I said, I'll give him a break. And then we will finish once he's settled and ready to have his reinforcement. And then we'll just round it up, and then I dust him off and he goes straight into the shower. Alright, Jayson, all done. Let me just fix. Alright, all done. And that's how we groom, family. And we try to make sure it's every 2 weeks, just so that we don't have any delay in how he feels about getting it done. And that's how we cut our hair, every 2 weeks. Okay, family, as I said, I'll link this particular machine down in the description below. That really helps. And until I see you next video, have a good weekend. Bye. 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 Thanks. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will link that other video below of that other Barbara. And I hope you learned something. I will also link the razor, the cutter, the shaver, the whatever thing, that the instrument that I use, like I mentioned in the video. I'll link that at the bottom for you guys to see what we use. And I think it's an excellent tool, and it's worked for us since I want to say that August, after we went to the barber shop. Okay, family, remain encouraged. And online, even on YouTube, there are people that are like, oh, hacks. There's no hack to haircut. There's no shortcut to haircut with an autistic child. It's very, very difficult. No matter what anybody tells you, there's no hack, because we don't understand if it's a sound issue, if it's a sensory overload, if it's whatever it may be. We just don't get it. Sensitivity to the scalp is so much involved when it comes to hair cutting. So I hope this video was helpful. And until I see you in the next video, remember, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. God bless you, family. I'll see you soon.